So what's up guys, welcome to another video. Today we are going to make this photo gallery app UI with our HTML and CSS. So as you can see that it's a clean design and also it's looking smooth and fully it is responsive. If I go to the responsive section, so as you can see that when I will go to the small device, it will go something like that. As you can see, we will have the grid responsiveness here. It will be responsive for any kind of device, as you can see. So actually this is the part 1 of our photo gallery app. So in the next part of our photo gallery app, we will make it alive, means we will fetch it with an external API and we will have also the external search for our images. So that's what we are going to build today and hope you will like it. So no more talk, let's dive into it. So today is the day 7 of our this 30 days 30 submit challenge. So for the day 7, what we are going to do, actually we are going to make a app UI. So the app will be the photo gallery app. So for the day 7 we are going to just create the app. It will be the part 1, and for the day 8 we will create the part 2 where we will going to fetch pixels API. So that's the API that we are going to fetch in our part 2, which will come tomorrow maybe. So day 8. So for today we are going to actually create the UI with HTML and CSS. So for the UI design we are going to create something like that. So as you can see that it's a sketch design and it's from the UI design daily. So I will also put this link in our GitHub repo, so you can also find this. So we are going to create the UI which is will be like that, but we don't want the menu. So we just want the search box and also the not the uploads. We just wanna have a something like logo. So that's what we are going to do. So search box, logo, and also the images will be something like that. So it will be similar like that, but not the exactly that we are looking. So let's create this in our HTML and CSS. So in our HTML, let's create a boilerplate here. So let's give it a title. So the title will be photo gallery app UI. So we have the title here. So in our body, let's create a section. So in the section I will have a div of container. So container, and after this div we will have two parts. First part will be the header. So header where I will have my search box and the logo. So for the search box, so first of all I will have the logo instead of the search box. So let's have a h1 and give it a class of logo, and after that let's give it a logo name. So I will use something like very simple photo gallery. So let's make the G capital. Okay, so after that let's have a form. So this form will be for our search. So as you can see that we don't need any kind of action, so we just need the form, and where I will have the input, and the input can be text, so it will be okay. So after that let's have a placeholder. Let's say that search image, search images, and also we will have the ion icon. So ion icon, so in ion icon what we have is we have an icon name. So name, search, outline. So let me show you the ion icon. So that's the ion icon, and it's a icon library, and where you can find so many icon. I am just having this search outline, so let me show you. So search outline, if I give search, so that's the search outline as you can see that we have here. So what you can do, actually you can copy this and paste it where you want to use the icon. So after that you can go to the usage, and for the usage we need to have this CDN script. So just paste it in our before closing body tag. So that's it for the icon. So after that let's come to the HTML, and here after the search box we do not need anything else in our header. So after the header let's go to the gallery. So div with a class of gallery, and in this gallery we will have our item. So basically I will just create a class of item, and in the item we will have our photo. So we will wrap all the things in a anchor tag. So let's create a death link here. So in the anchor tag I will have image. So for now we will have the demo images. So in the next part of this app we will fetch it, and we will have this item dynamically from our fetch API from this pixels.com. So for now let's use the demo one. So the source will be in the image when we have these images, and just for the alternative we can use img. And also let's have a h3 where we can say that photographer name, something like that. So that's one our item. So let's create 5 more. So 1 2 3 4 5, and we have now 5 of them. So if I save and come here and make a refresh, as you can see that all the images, and then you can see that the images is looking so massive big, as you can see. So we will fix it in our style.css. So let's come to the style.css. So before we go to the style.css, let's link our style sheet here. So link css, and we just linked our style sheet. So in the style sheet what we need to do, actually we need to import the Montserrat font. We are going to use it. So Montserrat Google fonts. So let's come to the fonts.google.com and search for the Montserrat. So this is the one, and we need 300 and 900. So 300 for the light and 900 for the bold one. So that's it. So just come to the here and just embed it, copy the import tag and paste it in our CSS. So now we have the font family. So after that let's have the universal selector, and let's say that margin will be 0 and padding will be 0, and also box sizing will be the border box. So after that let's also resize the images. So for that I can say that all the images that we have in our website, I wanna have the height 100% and also the width of 100%, and also say that object feet will be the cover. So as you can see that now everything is in 100% of its width. So if you can see that the images is still the same, we need to change the image number here. So I already have the image 1, image 2, so just change them. Image 3, 4, 5. I think we also need the 6th number of our image. So this will be the 6th one, number 6. So now as you can see that we have these 6 images here. So perfect. So after that let's come to the HTML, and here first of all in our HTML let's apply the font family here. So in our HTML let's say that font family will be something like Montserrat, and also let's have a sans serif as a fallback. So Montserrat, and also let's say that font size will be something like 10 pixel. Okay, so after that let's come to the body and give it a background color. So in our body background color will be something like, let me copy the color. So it will be something like this color, as you can see in our background. So after that let's come to the section. So section, I'll say that mean height will be something like 100%, so 100 VH, and width will be 100%, and also say that display will be flex, and align items will be center, and justify content will be also center. So everything will be center, and also say that margin we want to have in the top 100 pixel, and also we will have 0 for the left and right. So as you can see that we have this 100 pixel margin here. So after that, let's come to the container. So container, and here let's come to the background color, and let's give it a background color of white. And also let's say that width that I want to have is 90%. So now as you can see that it's 90% of our all width. So after that, let's say that max width I want to have 900 pixel, and let's say that we will have a margin which will be something like 0 and auto, so it will make sure that everything is in the center. So after that, let's have a box shadow. So box shadow, so I already have the box shadow, so let me just copy the box shadow here. So we will have a box shadow as you can see in our this container which having this white background. So after that, let's have a padding of 50 pixel and 20 pixel. So it's looking good now. And also let's have a border radius of 20 pixel. Yeah, perfect. So after that, let's come to the header. So header, and here let's say that display will be flex, and align items will be center, and justify content will be center. And if I save it now, as you can see that it's now in everything in center. So I don't want them to stay in one line, I just have the flex direction column so that they can stay one after another. So let's say that flex direction column. So as you can see that now they are having the style one after another. So after that, let's come to the h1. So let's say that header h1. So here let's say that font size will be something like 40 pixel, and also let's say font weight will be the 900, which is the bold one, and letter spacing let's say that -2 pixels, so it will shrink down a little bit. So after that, let's come to the form, which is this one. So form, and let's say that margin top will be something like 10 pixel, and width will be 80%, and also say that max width will be 300 pixel. So now it is having something like 80% of the width. And after that, let's come to the input and say that border will be none. So I will not have any border, but I want to have a bottom border. So border bottom, so border bottom will be something like 2 pixel, solid color, and we will have a RGB color. So now as you can see that we have this grayish color. So also let's say that margin bottom will be 10 pixel here so that we can see it. Now as you can see that we have this border bottom here. So after that, let's say we will have a font size of something like 20 pixel, and also let's say that outline will be something like none. We don't want any kind of outline. So color will be gray, and also background color so background color will be so transparent. So it's looking good now. And also let's give it a width of something like 100% for now. So as you can see that it's having the 80% of our width, because our form which having the 80% of our full width, so it's basically having the 100% of our form. So after that, let's come to the placeholder. So we have the placeholder here. So just we can say input placeholder, and something like I want opacity, so let's drop down the opacity, so 0.5, and also let's say that color I want is the gray. So let's say that font family will be Montserrat, and say that font weight 300. Actually let's make it 400 instead of 3, or 500. Yeah, that's looking much better, as you can see. So after that, let's come to this icon, as you can see. So let's say that form ion icon. So ion icon. So we can say that the position will be absolute, and for that we need to make the parent position relative. And also let's say that I wanna have this in the right side of our form. So now you can see that it's in the right side, and let's say that I wanna have the opacity as we have in our placeholder. So now it will have the 0.5 opacity, and say that color will be gray. And also let's increase the size of it. So font size will be 20 pixels. So now as you can see that we have this icon here, so it's looking good. So after that, let's come to the gallery. So gallery, and say that width will be 100%, and display, I want to display them as a grid. So let's have the grid template. So I wanna have a grid template for our column. So it will say that repeat. So I wanna have the auto fit here. So auto fit, so it will fit automatically, and I will have a min max here. So min max, so 250 for the minimum width, and also maximum it can be 1 FR. So means when it will go down 150 or less than 150, it will create, or it will go to the next row instead of having or shrinking itself. As you can see that we are now having 3 of our images, but so as you can see that the image width is going down and down when I am decreasing the window width, as you can see. So whenever the image width go down 250 pixel, so when it will go down 250 pixel, instead of shrinking, it will go to the next row, as you can see. So that's how we will have a very amazing kind of responsiveness, as you can see. So that's why I love grid. As you can see that it's very smooth and also looking good. So let's come here, and after that let's come to the margin top. So let's have some margin top here, so 50 pixel, and also grid gap I wanna have is the 20 pixel. So perfect. Now we have 20 pixel gap. So also let's come to the item, and each item I wanna have the width of 100%, and also say that height of something like 300 pixel, and position of something like relative, because I wanna have this photo name as an absolute position of our item. So that's why I'm having the position relative here. So overflow, also let's say that hidden, and also border radius will be 8 pixel, and transition. So transition I will have something like 0.3 second is for the box shadow. So basically I will have a box shadow here, and I will just have the box shadow when we will hover, and when we will hover the box shadow will appear, and it will have a smooth transition of 0.3 second. So let's have the box shadow here. So whenever I will hover the item, so item hover, and let's have the box shadow. So just let me copy the box shadow here, copy that and paste it here. So if you can see that now we have the box shadow, and it's having this smooth transition of 0.3 second. Perfect. So after that let's actually style the photographer name. So it's in the item, and we have the h3 for it. So also let's say that width will be 100%, and let's say that padding, I want to have a padding of 20 pixel, and also say that position will be absolute. So that's the position absolute, and that's why I gave the position relative in our item. So after that let's say that background color will be the black background color with 40% of opacity. So it will be something like that, and also position it. So before then I'll say that color will be Alice blue. So let's position it. So let's say that bottom will be 1 or 0 pixel. So now as you can see that it's positioned itself in the bottom of our item. So after that let's say that font weight will be 300, and also transform or transition will be 0.5 second, is in out, and also for the bottom. So basically we will have a transition for our bottom. We will change the bottom when we will hover our item. So I will show you what I mean. So it's looking good. Also let's have a font size of something like 30 pixel. Too big, 30, 20. 20 is looking good. And actually what I can do now, I can decrease the bottom and it will go down. So let's do something like -20. So it will go down, as you can see, 20 pixel actually. So as you can see that it's going down. So if I do something like -50, it's also going down. So let's do -70. So it's now completely hidden. So whenever I will hover this item, I wanna show them, or I wanna show the H3. So what I can do, I can say that if I hover the item, I wanna show the H3. So the H3 bottom will be 0. So as you can see that we now have this effect here. When I hover, the H3 will come from the top. So for the desktop, it's also looking good, as you can see. So I just wanna have some small changes in our desktop. So let's get a media query here. So let's have the container. So for the container, I will have the max width of something like 160 pixel. So I just wanna increase the max width. And also let's say that I will have a bigger padding, something like 100 pixel. So now as you can see that the padding is now big. So after that, let's come to the header. And what I wanna do actually, I wanna show the logo in our left side and the image search in the right side. So for that, what I can do actually, I can say flex reaction will be the row. So row, if I give it row, not header. So actually dot header, so it's a class. So now as you can see that it's staying in a row. So also let's say that justify content will be a space between. So now we will have all the space between them. So perfect. So after that, let's increase the font size of our this logo. So I can say the logo font size will be something like 50 pixel. So it's not having the stand because we need to grab them like that. So we can say that header h1, and now it will have the font size of 50 pixel. And also let's say that I wanna increase the font size also in our this search box. So I can say that input. So input, I wanna have the font size of 24 pixel. It's now 24 pixel. And also let's increase the icon. So form ion icon, font size will be something like 24 pixel. So it's looking amazing. And also let's increase the grid gap in our gallery. So in the gallery, I can say that grid gap will be something like 30 pixel. So that's it, as you can see. Now we have this photo gallery here. So perfect, it's looking good. And if I go to the responsiveness, so for the iPhone it is looking also good, as you can see. So let's have a little bit more space between our logo and this search item. So here in our header we have this form. Let's make it 30 pixel, or 20 will look good. Yeah, 20 is looking good. So as you can see that we have this photo item here and it's looking amazing. So that's it for this video. So for the part 2, we are going to fetch with the Pixels API, and we will have the live image from the Pixels API, and we can also search image from the directly our Pixels API. So we are going to do it in the next video, which will be the part 2 of our this photo gallery app. So if you are interested to check this video, please subscribe the channel and it will come tomorrow. So it will be in the day 8 of our these 30 days 30 submits. And also if you are interested to check out these all submits, you can check out this repo. I will link it in the description. So that's it for this video. I hope you learned something, and if you do, please subscribe. And my name is Arfan and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, Khuda Hafiz.